What's the most satisfying revenge you've ever pulled off in silence? I was the scholarship kid at Westfield Academy where tuition cost more than most people's cars. My roommate Madison came from old money, the kind where your great-grandfather has buildings named after him. She had platinum blonde hair, designer everything, and a laugh that sounded like wind chimes. Her parents visited every weekend bringing care packages from Harrods while mine worked double shifts just to afford my train ticket home. Madison was student body, president, debate team, captain, and everyone's golden girl, including mine. I worshipped her, spent my work-study money buying her favorite coffee, followed her around like a lost puppy. She'd introduce me as her charity case project, with that perfect smile, my scholarship friend. She needs the guidance, she'd say while I stood there, grateful for any attention from someone so perfect. Everything changed during spring break, when I couldn't afford to go anywhere. Madison invited me to stay in her family's Manhattan penthouse. Her parents were in the Hamptons, and she said she wanted company. I was thrilled. Finally accepted into her real world the first night she got drunk on her father's vintage wine and started talking about how pathetic I was, how everyone at school felt sorry for me, how she only kept me around because it made her look charitable. "You're like a pet," she giggled, swirling her wine. "You follow me everywhere, and I just let you, because it's amusing." Then she pulled out her phone and showed me a group chat called Madison's Charity Case. It had screenshots of my scholarship application, my financial aid forms, my mother's job at the diner. They'd been laughing at my poverty for months, making bets about how long I'd last rating my secondhand clothes. Madison had shared everything, even the essay I wrote about my father leaving when I was 8. They called it trauma porn. The next morning, she didn't remember any of it, but I remembered everything I spent the rest of spring break planning. I knew Madison's biggest secret, the one that would destroy her perfect image. She'd been buying Adderall from a dealer and selling it to stressed students for triple the price using her trust fund to front the operation. I'd helped her count money, thinking we were just organizing her allowance. I also knew about her plagiarized senior thesis, the one that would get her into Harvard. I'd actually written half of it during our study sessions. She'd submitted it under her name alone, but I had all the drafts. With timestamps on my laptop, I waited until graduation day when her parents flew in from London, when the local newspaper was covering Westfield's star student, when Madison was giving the valedictorian speech about integrity and hard work. I'd prepared everything perfectly. I sent an anonymous tip to the DEA about the drug operation with Madison's Venmo transactions. As proof, I emailed the plagiarism evidence to Harvard's admissions office with a detailed timeline. I posted screenshots of the charity case group chat on every social media platform, tagging her parents, the school, and the newspaper. I timed it all to go live during her speech as Madison stood at the podium, talking about how Westfield taught her the value of honesty and friendship. Her phone started buzzing, then her parents' phones. Madison kept speaking, unaware that her entire life was crumbling in real time. When she finally noticed the commotion, she looked confused, then terrified as she saw her father's face in the crowd, red with rage and shame. The DEA arrived at the school within an hour. Harvard rescinded her acceptance. That afternoon, her parents cut off her trust fund by evening, and the charity case she'd mocked for 4 years walked across that stage to accept the academic excellence award that should have been hers. I looked Madison directly in the eyes as I passed her crying in the hallway and whispered, "Thank you for teaching me that sometimes the best charity is giving people exactly what they deserve."